Now, video I'll be making about can martial arts can cure people. Yes, it can. Now, I will be very deep about this. I will speak through the eye-opening about this. Because there's people, yes, martial arts can cure people. Now, I'll go speak about this, why martial arts can cure people. And a lot of people having a hard time understand why martial arts is not valued, this and that. Because of reason why it's not valued, because according to the media, that I have a problem with about media. And the problem with a lot of people, they don't know nothing about martial arts. Only they know martial arts is in movies, Bruce Lee, watching the Power Rangers, Ninja Turtles. You know what I'm saying? I will speak through why martial arts could cure people. Why, yes, can martial arts cure people. Now, if you look at the God standpoint, God create people. And God give them a gift to be talent. God give you gift to be God's gift talent. And also God chose you for something that brings your hopes that wherever that is. Now, when God gave you something, you want to make sure you put your heart and soul into that. You want to put your heart and soul into your God's gift talent, where you got display at. And here's a self-defense thing when satanic killers or criminals come out there to try to kill you because they don't care about the law, the rules. And others say, like, you gotta put your faith, trust in God. I tell you what, that if you put your faith, trust in God, there's a time where they will not respond to you. You have to do work for the God. You know what I'm saying? That's very important to do. Get it done for the God. Defend yourself. And it's God's work to defend yourself. Not put your faith, trust in God, because God will not respond to you. And I repeat, God will not respond to you. You have to do God's work in order to get it done. By do God's work. By defend yourself. And if you don't believe what I say, check it out in the Bible yourself. Moses killing in self-defense. Angel killed in self-defense. David killing in self-defense. It's very important to know. It's doing God's work that put your heart and soul into that. Now let's get to the martial art. Could cure people. Could that cure people? Yes, it can. I'll go break this down to you so you guys could understand yourself. Me, I have been care about martial arts so much, and I have been passionate about martial arts. Now that's part of the reason why martial arts cured me through the years, through my experiences. Because when I was born with speech and language delay. I was born with some kind of autistic. When I was born an autistic, that alone, there's people doubt on me like I never go be something, never. But when I do martial arts, that really changed my life big time. Through that, I could do everything and turn into, I have the God's gift talent that I could go way beyond. That's why right now I'm very spiritual what I'm doing. I've been very high level of martial arts. All sorts of talents that I do. And I'm blessed that I had talents. God's gift talent. Excuse me. And martial arts cured me through that. Before I start martial arts, at age 9.5. I'd said 30 words max. And I'm serious, man. 30 words max. After this, I become a. Then later, I end up saying thousands of words. Even those brand new words that I don't know. It's right now. It's like brand new words I did not know until information I received. Yeah, and even though those brand new words I could not remember, and I don't bother that. I'm gonna come back later. Could apply to that. And far as with martial arts could cure people, how could martial arts could cure people? I know people out there will ask him with that, and I'm glad to answer that. Why martial arts could cure people? Because number one, you got to put your heart and hard work into that. More you could put your heart and hard work into that, you're autistic, your speech and language delay, that will cure away. And it takes time that you got to put your hard work into that order to cure your autistic, cure your speech and language delay, to go even a higher level. That's like you have to do to being a martial artist, cure all that, going to a highest level. That's what literally I did. And I'm glad that I'm passionate for the martial arts that cure away from autistic that I am, or speech and language delay that I am. Without those martial arts, I could not get cured with that. There's no possible way for me. Without my passion in martial arts, there's no way to cure all that. And I have the passion for martial arts. And guess what? I end up become a God's gift talent. You never know. You will be a God's gift talent. Just got to put your heart and hard work into that. Then you're not going to be suffer from autistic. Knowing that, you're not going to be suffer to be a dumb or idiotic person. Okay? Now, another thing, I'll go tell you a good example. I got one of my students. He's an adult. She's 34 right now. When she was 33, she suffered pre-diabetic. I did not know before where young people could suffer diabetes. I did not know that. But in that case, it's not bad. It's like pre-diabetic. And she ended up doing martial arts because of that. She ended up working out hard every time she come to class. And she's a nurse, obviously. Sweat it out. And she's very passionate with martial arts. And martial arts come from her blood. Because she has Asian blood in that. That later, after all those months of practicing martial arts, her diabetic went away and back to normal. That example of martial arts could cure diabetic or pre-diabetic. Another thing too, what she did that is really good. She put the heart and hard work into that training. The more she could do it, easier that later it could cure the diabetic. This is serious stuff. Serious stuff, okay? Now, another thing, I'm going to give you an example. And we have a Chinese hero named is Huo Yuan Jia. I don't know if I pronounce that right. If you do not know who he is, watch that movie Fearless. starring Jet Li in that. He played as Huo Yuan Jia. He's a true Chinese hero. And if you still don't know who he is, I'll tell you ahead with that. And he's a Chinese hero that opened up a Qingwu school. That, if you look at today, is Qingwu Athletic Union, Qingwu Athletic Association. Because reason why he opened up that school, so he could strengthen up the Chinese, to unite the Chinese, as to be strong as the Chinese, and not to be weak or segment of Asia. The reason why he opened up a Qingwu school, so he could protect the Chinese and unite the Chinese against the laughingstock foreigners. It's part of the reason why he opened up a Qingwu school. And I tell you about Huo Yuan Jia when he was a kid. He wants to do martial arts. I did not know a whole thing at all, but I know with information there, that's truth there. He wants to do martial arts, but yet he's a very sick boy, suffered illness, and his father is a master of martial arts. And he refused to teach him martial arts. Another thing too, information I received from, he went with a master of so-called Traceless Fist. And he ended up teaching him martial arts. And if you watch that show called Huo Yuan Jia, I'll go send the link in the description down below the box so you can see it yourself. At the first scene, I think it's the first scene, I will send it there, that way you could see it yourself. Anyways, he was seek for that man who is a master of that looked for him to teach martial arts, because he still want to learn. He still want to learn. No matter how sick he is, he still want to learn. And that tells me right here, he has a heart, and he wanted to do it. Therefore, he has a man out there, master of Traceless Fist, teaching martial arts. Also, what told to him, he's just like him, sick, just like him, ill, just like him. There's another thing too, like he said is true. If you put hard work, you may suffer from illness. If you put hard work into that, hard work into that, you won't be suffering illness. You're not sick. That inspired Huo Yuan Jia as a boy do the martial arts. You see what I'm saying? Inspiring to do martial arts. And also, what else he told him? Who is sick? Person who are suffering from illness are not sick. Who is sick? People who are really corrupted are sick. They're sick people. Real talk, they're sick people. But you see, they speak Chinese, but there's English subtitles that you'll see it yourself. That's why part of the reason why I put the link in the description down below the box so you can see it yourself. Because that's a great source. That brings a great inspiration. And another thing too, I gotta think of myself way trace his master told to Huo Yuan Jia as a boy. Who is a dumb and idiotic person? Not people who are suffer with autistic. That's not the answer. The answer is, who is the idiot out here? People who are corrupt, a sellout. They're the most corrupt people there is. They're the idiots. And look at rappers today. I don't know, is he had an autistic or what? I don't know. But to me, rapper like Young Thug, he's a freaking idiot. The way he rap. Even I could understand that autistic kid's way better than Young Thug. The way Young Thug rap, it's not acceptable. That made autistic kids who are 5 years old, even though they're not developed yet, speaking way better than Young Thug. There's no excuses. And why music industry allowed this dumb, idiotic rapper in this thing? Because Young Thug, he doesn't care about no black community. He doesn't care about no world, none of that. He's just an idiot. Just have a bunch of money. That's it. There are idiots out here who are very ugly, but yet have a bunch of money. That is a lot of hypes going on, you know. With the Young Thug. And Young Thug, he's an idiot. Who else is an idiot? Kenye West. Yet, he's a smart guy. But arrogant dummy at the same time. Here's the reason why. And I'm going to send the link in the description down below by a guy named Lord Jamar speak about Kenye West. He used to be a gangster rapper back in the day. And he speaks about Kenye West. That Kenye West is an idiot with a skirt on. But Young Thug is worse than Kenye West. And also, I'll go send a link down below the box about Lord Jamar rap about Kenye West. He dissed Kenye West with a skirt on. This guy's a douchebag. Now, who's dumb? Not the autistic people. Not autistic kids. Kenye West is a dumb, idiotic people. Even though, like, he's a smart businessman. He's an idiot. And the world need to stop, look at autistic people, even though as a full-grown adult, as a dummy. And check you. You look dummy yourself. You know what I'm saying? There are a lot of dummies out here. This is the way to look at it. That's why martial arts, I recommend to do martial arts. There are certain people out here may not be right for certain people, but yet martial arts for like people who suffer with autistic, people who are suffer with obese, like diabetic, some kind of obesity. and also people who are suffering with illness or health problems, and or all sorts of stuff that I recommend to do martial arts. You know what I'm saying? Just what I gotta do for you is another thing I recommend. The more important than I recommend you do in the martial arts is you gotta put your heart and hard work into that. You gotta put your passion into that. That passion alone comes from your heart. If you could able to do all, it's more than I recommend you into martial arts. What I recommend is what I recommend you in martial arts. You could cure from that, no problem. But it takes time. And I know there's autistic children out there. I'm really understand that autistic children as a 5 years old, it depends on autistic children they are. Like I was one of them myself. I'm very immature at that age. Reason why? Because they're not fully developed, not big developed yet. By the time you get too close to preteens, then autistic will be still there, but yet not 100% developed, but I would say 80-90% developed through that. That gives you ready to learn the martial art. That I recommend with that, because that alone, that's what literally happened to me. I've been start when I was 9.5. Because I know, like, I have enough development that ready to do martial arts. Even though I'm not 100% ready with that martial arts, but still, you gotta have that, you know. You gotta think it's a long run, because martial arts is a long longevity, not competition. Long longevity. Gotta be the opposite of competition. You know what I'm saying? That will get you to live longer. Think it's a turtle. Turtle live longer than a rabbit, hands down. Because the reason why rabbit is live longer than a turtle live longer than a rabbit, because turtle have a long longevity. Same thing with the martial arts. It's non-competitive. It's unhealthy. You go through development. You go through stuff that you accomplish. And there's people out here say martial arty that are pure martial arts. You know what? This is a martial art. Martial arts to me is a body, mind, and spirit. Period. Okay? Also, it's one of the highest level there is. It's the opposite of competitiveness. That yet brings the further development into that. Far as the competitive side for autistic, I will not recommend that. It depends on autistic children. Some autistic children are lose temper, you know, when it comes to competitive. If you do it in a non-competitive way, it's the best. And let them develop from there. That I recommend autistic children to do. Problem with the competitiveness there, it creates a lot of ego. I don't want building egos, strong ego. I don't want create ego as a slave. I want to create opposite of the ego, but yet further development. And autistic children, you know, that's what I recommend to do. That's what literally happened to me. It works for me. And I'm blessed where I'm at, you know, because that could change autistic lives. Maybe not in young children. Maybe on, you know, I don't push things unnatural. Reason why I don't push things unnatural because it's not my thing. I want to make sure I make people wanting it. That's the key in order to have further development. And I'd rather have that heart has to come from with that. That alone, make them wanting. I'll end up teaching more and more. That later, that'll improve. Another thing for autistic children, too, when they're older, there's time for them needs to self-defense. That's a great time to put them into martial arts. Not just learning how to defend yourselves, because you know how system nowadays, like if you physically defend yourself, you get zero tolerance. Able to building confidence through that, you know. But once again, that happened to me. I've been bullied. So when I start martial arts, then sooner or later, nobody bullied me no more. But yet during sparring, I've been bullied. Till when I get better, nobody want to come back. They're afraid of me now, you know. It's a long story short with that, but I'll go talk another video, you know. And autistic children, cool things, able to learn confidence through that, and great social skills. That's part of the reason why autistic as the older children is a great stage, because you have to have good timing, you know. If they want it, that's fine. Younger autistic children, if they want it, that's fine. If they don't want to, I will not recommend to force into that. That leads to backfire one day. And if they don't want to, wait till there are about 8 or 9 or 10, you know. It always depends on, you know what I'm saying? Always depends on. And I did not know with that, so I did not know with that. I did not know what I want with that until at age 9.5, because I've been watching Power Rangers. That make me want to do that. Because more people want it is the best. Hands down. It's not done by force. It's done by wanting it. You want it, you got it. Like Huo Yuan Jia, he wanted to do it. Even though he has to suffer with illness. That drive him there, you know. So thing is, make people want it, you know. That's the best. Those that listen to my video, these are eye-opening there. I know, like, martial arts will cure people, but thing is, if they're not feel like maybe not ready at this moment because they don't want to yet, that I will wait till old enough. Unless they want to, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's different, you know. Some people are pretty good developed at that age, like maybe 5, 6. That they could do it. But, you know, if people who are fully developed yet they don't want to, I will not force that. If people who wants to do it, then even though they're suffering that, do it. It's a great timing to do it. If you want if a child wants something, ooh, let them go for that. Because me, I'd rather teach the kids that really want it, or anybody really want it. Teenagers suffer that. I'd rather teach the teenagers who just really want it. You know what I'm saying? Wanting it is very important. You keep people wanting it. It's very important. Because that strives them to better. Because martial arts to me is a long longevity things that I recommend you to do. And another thing too, martial arts cure too, is to gain your focus level very high from attention span really short from video game day age. In fact, from ridiculously short attention span from video games all the way into focus level very high. That's literally what I recommend to do. There's another thing too. It's very interesting. And the mental for sparring, physical for sparring may not be developed yet. That happened to me in the starting martial arts. So forms in martial arts helps to develop their minds. What I'm saying is gotta have a balance of no thoughts or no mind into mind with forms, because it gives edge to memorize. That's what patterns pass down to generation to generation. That good about forms is develop their mind. Once forms develop their mind, then the sparring will be easy sooner or later. And my sparring was not developed yet, so I have to do forms in order to have that mind developed. Once your mind's so developed through forms, then I end up love sparring so much. You know what I'm saying? That's usually what happened. May not be great sparring, may not be developed yet, but forms through its time will. Because rather at video game day age kids that has short attention span, the autistic children, I recommend start out with forms or techniques. Forms and techniques. More you get into forms and techniques for them, the better their mind going to develop through that. Me, I went through I have to do, my forms were really good. Techniques were really good. Sparring, I'm not good at the time, you know. I had to develop through that. And your mind has to get stronger and stronger through forms. Get developed through forms. So once you're that developed, then your sparring in the long run will be super good. And just literally it's like, what I'm saying, martial arts takes time. If you're way behind, like turtle are in the race against rabbit, just take your time. I recommend you to take your time. Sooner or later, you will beat the rabbit in the race. That's exactly what I did when I got my black belt in Taekwondo. Because I'll slow it down like a turtle. My sparring, something 3 years later or more, sparring gets better and better and better. And guess what? When I got my black belt, I'm only one did. That is accomplished I got. It's like being a turtle. It's not about being a fast process. It's about being a turtle. Slowly process get better and better. That sooner or later you could beat the rabbit around you. Then later you go be a super good black belt. You go be super good martial artist. You will be guys give talent. What you do. So as far as martial arts could carry anybody, yes. But remember, you gotta put your heart and hard work and heart into that. And number two, you have to think like a turtle, not a rabbit. Because you're not gonna run with rabbit. You gotta be a turtle or to win later down the road. Beat the rabbit, yeah. So that I recommend to do. If somebody's better than you, don't sweat it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm being the opposite of competitiveness. That brings you further development. That brings you long longevity. Now I'll go be out this video. I'll be out this video right now. Okay, so